So how will a windfall profits tax on oil get us back to energy independence? Joining me now is North Dakota Senator Kevin Cramer. He's a member of the Senate Environment and Public Works Committee. It's obviously a rhetorical question, Senator, but we need more oil. When you tax something more, you get less of it. We're going in the wrong direction, aren't we?
Exactly right, David. I mean, remember, this is the same president who in his State of the Union address said we're going to put you all out of business in 10 years. We only need oil for 10 more years. Oh, in the meantime, though, we're going to double the tax on you. You're making way too much money. And God forbid you'd spend any of that money reinvesting in producing more oil to bring down the price of gasoline and bring down inflation and make us a safer nation and a cleaner environment.
Unbelievable.
It's the most absurd policy yet. And that's saying something for this
Well,
guy.
Senator, meanwhile, the president continues to tap into our strategic oil reserves, which he used as a political slush fund. Let's be clear about it. In 2022, in that 1 year leading up to the election, he drew down about 40% of what we have. It went from about 600 million barrels down to 388 million barrels. I mean, he can't, if he goes on like this, he won't make it to the next election.
No, that's exactly right. And remember, that strategic petroleum reserve was put in place at a time when we did not have the abundance that we have today in oil in this country. It's an emergency reserve for things like hurricanes and wars. The only times it's ever been drawn down previously are during those types of an emergency. Now, the good news is that when the SPR goes to zero, you still have the Bakken, you still have the major plays in the United States of America, except that he won't let us drill there. So, no, it's an absurd policy. It makes zero sense.
Well, speaking of slush funds, by the way, we have this new so-called green bank by the EPA. Meanwhile, the EPA can't afford to give the people in Ohio help with their horrible disasters, their natural disasters in Pennsylvania. I mean, and they're given $27 billion in a slush fund for green banks. I mean, come on, this is Solyndra times 10, right? Quickly.
It is Solyndra times 10 with very little oversight. Nonprofit organizations going to be in charge of all of this money. And by the way, in case you forgot, we're really in debt a long ways. We could have, we can't afford another $27 billion for somebody's dream.
Right. Senator Cramer, I wish we had more time. Great to have you on. Have a wonderful weekend. Thank you so much for being here with us. Appreciate it.
My pleasure, David. Thank you.
All right. Good to see you.